for because of the people that came before me. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith, and to be amongst those giants, amongst those greats, amongst my ancestors, amongst my guys. Thank you, everybody in this room and everybody at home for supporting me over my career. I feel it. I know you guys want me to do well, and I want to do that because you guys bet on me. So thank you for keep betting on me, and I'm gonna keep stepping up.
Well, the Oscars was last night, and to the chagrin of Sinners being nominated for 16 Academy Awards, taking home 4 of them, it being a great night of humanity, a great night of people coming together, asking humanity and others to come together. We do have some that was upset. We've got some that was calling last night woke garbage, and we're going to discuss that. We've also got the issue of we've seen since Trump took office, not only have Black women lost jobs at a record amount, but Black men are losing jobs too. We'll discuss that. And then we'll just discuss what do we expect to happen the rest of this year until the midterms. All that and so much more. We're getting ready to go on Lamont Tyson, Politics of Being Black. Let's get it.
I'm up early for the dealers come out. Everybody is outside till the killers come out. You ain't eating, you just act full. I'm impactful. Dozen funerals in a month. I got that pull. I will give it to niggas in all rap forms. Ignatius out right now on all platforms.
That is right, ladies and gentlemen. You are in the building with Lamont Tyson. Come for the politics, stay for the movies. We speak, they flinch. System gets pinched. That's the motto around here for my political show. And I want to thank everybody that's new around here. In the last 28 days, there has just been a growth movement with my channel, and I just can't thank you all enough. 45,000 subscribers in 28 days in a time in my life when I need it the most. Oftentimes when you see people, you have no idea what they're going through because some of us are able to masquerade pain and anything we're going through, and I've been doing that. And so to see so many of you all come, it gives me hope that America can get back to a place where we are taking care of each other. We are concerned about everybody, and we're not just watching out for the top 10% that are rich that have every resource to take care of themselves. And having said all those wonderful things, I want you guys to please be sure, if you haven't subscribed, for everyone who's been coming to see me for movies and TV shows, I've moved that over here to this channel. I'm already at 11,000 subscribers. Come on over there. That's where all the movies and things will be at. And if you're a new coming here from the shorts, I've been just blasting the internet with. If you want to get them curated properly, these are what the playlists look like. So we had our Oscars last night, the 2026 Oscars. I thought it was a great show. This was the first time I've watched the Oscars in its entirety. And I guess you can say I watched it because I was actually doing a little bit of work while I was watching it. But in key moments, I paid attention to everything that was going on. And please don't take my black card for what I'm about to say. Some of y'all already know what I'm about to say. I have not seen Sinners. I've seen clips. Pretty much everybody in my circle has seen it and loved it. And I trust those people that watch movies that's in my circle. I trust them. They're geeks like me, and they've loved it. I've not seen it. And I am very happy that it won the awards that it did, but there are some people who are not happy. And for one of those people, and I usually don't give people the time of day for air credit, but I'll give this clown time and credit. This guy right here, look at the title of his video. Woke Oscars was anti-American disgrace as Hollywood hates America. We know that that's patently false, first and foremost. But secondly, if you know Hollywood, in your opinion, hates America, why the hell are you watching the Oscars? But I'll get to him in a minute. Some of the reasons why he didn't like the Oscar, probably the main reason, none of that bullshit from Larry Ellison and David Ellison and Paramount got any Oscar nominations. And this guy's favorite actor, his favorite actor was nowhere to be seen. His favorite actor is Clint Eastwood. He ain't getting nothing, not a nomination. So that's one reason why this dude is so mad. But the other reason why his panties is in his butt crack coming out of his nose is because of jokes like this.
As you know, there are some countries whose leaders don't support free speech. I'm not at liberty to say which. Let's just leave it at North Korea and CBS. Fortunately, for all of us, there is an international community of filmmakers dedicated to telling the truth, oftentimes at great risk, to make films that teach us, that call out injustice, that inspire us to take action. And there are also documentaries where you walk around the White House trying on shoes. Here are the nominees for documentary short film. Oh man, is he going to be mad his wife wasn't nominated for this.
Now, MAGA knows that's funny. Now, my grandma used to always teach me a hit dog a holler. So all these MAGA folks running around here talking about the Oscars was woke, shut the hell up. If being woke is providing light for lack of education, for injustice, then the problem is you need to leave America. It's not us. If you feel some kind of way in your bones that somebody who has a platform, and I'm one of those people, takes the opportunity to call out social injustice that hurts economic justice, you are the fucking problem. And dare I say, he probably was a little mad that Sinners got as many awards as it did, because I remember people like him, and let me put his face back up here because we're going to pick on him again in a minute. Put his face back up here. People like him who wear this Under Armour shit, and then they wear the Brahma Bull t-shirts and all that bull jive. When Black Panther came out, they was mad at Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler then, talking about it's woke, it's trash, it's trash. And now that the black folks done captured them some gold, 4 of them to be exact, you have a director with his main actor, kind of like Spike Lee, Denzel Washington, Antoine Fuqua, Denzel Washington. You now have these two both got an Oscar on the same day. You have people like that that see that kind of progress upset. And so let's finally hear what this buffoon had to say. Pay attention to his voice. Anybody that remembers WWE back in the day, they had a guy on that show called Brother Love. I'll leave it at that.
What a disaster last night was. What an absolute disaster. If Hollywood executives want to know why Hollywood is struggling, if they want to know why Americans are no longer consuming these polished turds, the Academy Awards was a prime example of why Hollywood no longer has influence. 3 hours of anti-American garbage. 3 hours of doofus celebrities reciting robotic lectures. 3 hours of doofus celebrities treating America like it's a third world dump. 3 hours of soulless, mind-numbing garbage.
See how I hit dog holler? Number one, your voice is garbage. Number two, if this seems like a third world country, it is because of the person who's running the country behaving like a third world fucking dictator. Number three, your ass didn't have to watch it. You didn't. You didn't have to watch it. And how dare you tell people to leave the country, that we hate this country, when we are the ones fighting for humanity, not just justice here. We're fighting for people who ain't got nothing to do with war, don't want to have nothing to do with war. It's just the big dicks at the top of the food chain making money for themselves in a war that nobody wants. And to criticize oneself about something that is not up to par, that's called critical thinking. That's called evaluation. That's called trying to make myself better. And if you live in a world where you think that you are above criticism, the problem is not the world. The problem is you, Brother Love. Well, you know what? That's an insult. You're a great value version of brother love. And to think that people are not watching this shit, well, you know, I did some digging. Let's look at this year. The Oscars got over 20 million views. Don't sound like a polished turd to me. And if it is, it's the golden polished turd. So let's take a look at this right here. Over the last 4 years, ladies and gentlemen, let's start from the bottom. 2022, the Oscars got 16.6 million. Okay. 2023 bumped up basically 2 million more, 18.7 million. 2024, 19.5. And then in 2025, excuse me, took a little slow down, 19.6. This year, over 22 million views, sir. And then let's just go further into the data. Here we go. Sinners. This is probably the part you're most mad about because you wanted your boy Timothée Chalamet to win. Now, mind you, folks, Timothée Chalamet is a fantastic guy. I'm not saying that to pick on Timothy. I'm saying that to pick on great value, brother love. Sinners had 16 nominations, a record. Won 4 Oscars: Best Actor, Best Cinematography, Best Original Score, Best Production Design. All went to Sinners. You know what this dude probably want? He's in the Make America Great Again camp, where if it ain't white, damn it, it ain't right. But he's not the only one that loves to throw around the word woke as if it's supposed to be a pejorative. Woke means you are aware, you are awake driving the car of history. You're not asleep at the wheel so that you fall back into the Timbuktu dictators that we've got trying to run the country right now, the Trumps, the Orbans, the Putins, the Netanyahus, the war criminals. I mean, Netanyahu is a fucking Yahoo. He should be in jail. Someone that you think you could bring to the cookout was running his mouth too. And you know what? Back in the day, you could bring him to the cookout because he would show up as a white guy with a black woman who would call herself Superhead. Take a look at this.
The thing about the Oscars is they do reflect society. That's why we pay so much attention, partly. And things are always changing in our industry, like streaming. You know, it just changed the whole industry. This happens so often. So they have to come up with new categories for the awards. The Golden Globes came up with a new one this year. They basically picture people liked. They had, you know, they had become such self-congratulating, virtue-signaling bores that they had to go, oh yeah, let's make a category for that. People actually paid to see something great. Now, I know we're all sick of talking about the slap, but I'm sorry, one more thing needs to be said. Comedians have been under attack for quite some time, and I need to stick up for my tribe. This war on jokes must end.
There was a time when the Oscars actually felt like an event, not just another glossy Hollywood sermon with better lighting, but a real cultural moment. People dressed up, watched with friends, argued over snubs, and actually cared who won. Now, half the show feels like a corporate HR seminar got mixed with a luxury brand commercial, and then sprinkled with just enough self-importance to make the average viewer reach for the remote. And that is exactly why Bill Maher's rant landed so hard. He said what a lot of normal people have been thinking for years. Award shows have become bloated, preachy, painfully performative, and weirdly disconnected from the people they still expect to watch them. If you're tired of celebrities treating every microphone like a therapy session and every joke like a federal crime, hit like, subscribe, and stick around, because this whole mess says way more about our culture than Hollywood wants to admit. That's the thing about the Oscars.
You know what says way more about our culture than what we want to admit? The fact that Trump is back in office. That's what says more about our culture than anything else. The fact that someone that dumb, that evil, that racist inspires more people to go vote for him than 2 highly accomplished, highly educated, highly talented women that could have ran this country way better than this man did, run laps around his fat ass, his pumpkin ass. That's the real problem. There's cracks that Americans and Democratic Party don't want to address with the people in this country. That's where the real problem comes in. It ain't just Hollywood. Now, I will agree with this. You do sometimes get tired of kind of the salesman-y pitch that you see with the Oscars. But in terms of people taking that microphone when they win and talking about helping those who are helpless or who are voiceless or who feel like they're powerless. That's the very definition of what some of y'all's good book tells y'all you should be doing. And for some reason, you conveniently forget when somebody puts it in your face that that's what they're doing. All of a sudden, you forget your damn religion. And last night, we saw several people take a stand against this war, take a stand against Trump, take a stand against oligarchy, take a stand on making sure that all races are treated equally and that the ones that have been pushed down are getting a hand to be helped up. So post your comments and let me know what you think about the Oscars. Let me know what you think about Bill Maher, man. This dude, I'm starting to wonder, do he got dementia? Because he went from the cool uncle, the white dude that was dating a black woman that dared name herself Superhead. And kids, when I say Superhead, what I'm really saying is how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? She's talking about the head of a Tootsie Pop. That's what she's talking about. So y'all let me know what you think. We'll end this particular live stream tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and shout out to everybody that came here. Shout out to Robbie, Miss Nisi, all the rest of you all that tuned in on a Monday night. You could be doing anything, and you're here with me. I appreciate you. We've been talking about how Black women have been getting forced out of their jobs. I feel like because the greatest nightmare, the greatest threat to white men is the Black women. Because of everything they've endured in this country, they know that they are the backbone of the country. They know that they are the smartest group in the country, just even based on the statistics of who have the most education. They don't want to see that. They fear that. They feel like they can't control them. The same thing is trickling down to Black men. Take a listen to the big homie, Dr. Boyce Watkins, as he gives you a warning about what's going on and what you can do.
So over 500,000 black men have lost their jobs in the last 4 months. Black women are right up there too. Several 100,000 black women have lost their jobs. Let's talk about that and let's figure out what this actually means. My name is Dr. Boyce Watkins. I'm a finance professor. Give me 3 minutes and I'm going to break this down for you in a way that hopefully will expand your thinking when it comes to what's going on in the economy, how to adjust. I've been telling you guys for years that AI is going to wipe out everything. AI is here. Before it was like it's coming. No, now it's here. For years, I've been telling students in the Black Business School. We have about 300,000 students now. Most of them are in there for free. You can join for free. Basically, I've said that AI is going to wipe out so many jobs, and I've been telling them to invest in AI-related companies. If you put the word stock in the comments, I'll send you a list of my favorite AI stocks. But it goes even deeper than that. This economy is not just shifting, but it was one that was never really built for you. It was never built for your son, your daughter, your grandkids, nobody. So ultimately, what's really happening here is you're having kind of another type of purge that has occurred many, many times throughout history. One of the things I know about economics, my PhD's in finance, let's not forget this, is that you can't really succeed economically, close any racial wealth gaps or anything, or even have any form of economic power if you are solely dependent upon others to create opportunities for you. That's like only being able to eat food if somebody else cooks for you, grows the food for you, and transports it to your house. You will starve if they decide not to bring you the food. So the same people who have the ability to feed you are the ones who have the ability to starve you. So what the black community needs to do, and the whole black community ain't going to do this, it's going to be the smart ones. So the smart folks out here that are listening, this is what I encourage you to understand. You have to understand and make sure your kids are trained on what it means to build systems. When you talk about being disenfranchised, which millions of black men and black women are disenfranchised, I've been disenfranchised. I've been a loudmouth black man for a long time now. Disenfranchisement does not mean that you don't have a place where you can belong. Disenfranchisement means that there is a system or a place where you are not allowed. So if somebody says you can't come in my house, then I am disenfranchised from their house. But that does not mean I don't have a place to live. So ultimately, what we've got to do is train millions of our kids to create spaces where we can economically live, create spaces where jobs can be created, create spaces where we can make investments, create spaces where we develop our own ecosystems instead of sitting around wondering why white people are being mean to us. Now, I teach 10,000 people every morning finances for free. If you want to join us, again, put the word stock in the comments. I'll send you that list of AI stocks. I'll also bring you to class. You'll enjoy the class. At the end of the day, if you don't make an adjustment, it's going to be kind of wipeout time, and ain't nobody coming to save you, even your black leaders. Talk to you later. Have a great day. Peace.
And ladies and gentlemen, on some level, he is right. And in essence, what he's saying is no matter what job you currently have. You just never know when something might come forward. 10 years ago, they were saying the average working person would change careers, jobs 3 times in their lifetime. And a lot of it has to do with how technology and innovation comes into place and shifts things. And what's even worse in America, that shift has not only shifted the job landscape, but it's also shifted the wealth landscape. And something he did hit on that everybody needs to take advantage of learning is how to manipulate, get involved, or invest in the stock market. I trade every single day. And some of those AI names he's talking about, I trade them. And I'll go ahead and give you some of those names right now because of all the stocks that I trade every day, this is the system I use to trade are these names and the SPY. So some of the names look like this. On this list, we've got Meta, that's an AI name. AMD is an AI name. Broadcom is an AI name. Palantir is an AI name. Here's another one. NVIDIA, that's probably the number one on the list. Microsoft, Alphabet, Amazon. A lot of these are some of the former Mag 7 names. And they keep innovating. And when you see the kind of money that they put into these things, they call it CapEx, it will really make you earl because there's too many people running around here in America that are poor, can barely buy bread, eggs, and water because of the way inflation and tax codes and oligarchs siphoning everything from you down here have done. And the last few names on that list would be Taiwan Semi and SMCI, a name that I was telling people about 2 years ago. You need to learn how to trade stocks. And I don't mean you got to be a day trader. I don't mean you got to be a swing trader. You at least need to have a knowledge of what companies to invest in. Maybe if you can get in at a good time where it's down and just hold for 5 years. But if you are really, really ambitious and you want to learn a system, verified system, any point in time, you can do a one-on-one with me. The link is in description. Not only will I give you the list of stocks that I'm trading, I also give you another list of stocks outside the AI space that kind of parallel the AI space because there are other side names that go with it. From for all the AI stuff we're doing, we've got to have energy to power it. And there's these energy sector stocks that are going with it. Bloom Energy is one of them. Some of these nuclear reactors, Okta is another one. And you can trade those too because you've got to have the energy to power these AI companies. And like Dr. Boyce said, you think these white folks really care about you? Hell, in some cases, do you think people in your own community care about you? If you want to kind of become your own boss, learn something that no one is going to ever take away from you. They're never going to shut down the stock market. Never. It's been here damn near 150 years, and it's been creating wealth, helping these white dudes get away with murder ever since. So if you want to learn how to do this thing yourself, you can hit me for 30 minutes. Hell, you can hit me for 60 minutes. Not only will I give you the list of stocks I'm trading, I'll also show you and explain to you the system of how I trade, why I trade it, and you can decide if you want to do day trading, swing trading, whatever style of trading you want to do that fits your fancy. I'll get you going in the right path. That's going to do it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to like it. Please share, comment, subscribe. Thank you to every single one of you new people that have come to my channel. I really appreciate you. Stick with me as I continue to bring you the political commentary. And for those that want to get back on the movies, I'm still there. I just moved it over here to this channel, Movie and TV Breakdowns. Go follow me. Keep the notifications on. And until that next Sexy as Hell video, my people, I'm out.
Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body. Somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body.